This video explores the concept of exceptionally large animals from Earth's past. These ancient giants, known as megafauna, roamed the planet long ago. Their immense size is emphasized by contrasting them with modern animals. Imagine creatures far larger than anything we see today. We will delve into the world of these colossal beings and their environment. This segment focuses on colossal creatures, excluding dinosaurs. The focus is on species related to animals still living today. Examples include the ancestors of modern armadillos. Also featured are the forerunners of today's scorpion. The segment will explore the size and scale of these ancient animals. It will highlight their evolutionary connections to present-day species. Arthropleura was a giant millipede that lived during the Carboniferous period. The Carboniferous period had high oxygen levels compared to today. Elevated oxygen contributed to gigantism in arthropods. Arthropleura's large size is an example of this gigantism. It thrived in the Carboniferous forest due to these conditions. Arthropleura was a giant invertebrate, reaching up to 2.5 meters in length. This makes it one of the largest known terrestrial arthropods ever to exist. Modern centipedes are dwarfed in comparison to the massive Arthropleura. Its size can be visualized by comparing it to everyday objects like sofas. This comparison helps to illustrate the truly enormous scale of this ancient creature. Arthropleura was a giant arthropod that lived during the Carboniferous period. Despite its large size, Arthropleura was primarily a herbivore. It roamed the forests, feeding on plant matter available at the time. Arthropleura did not have significant predators in its ecosystem. This lack of predation allowed it to thrive in its environment. It played a key role in the Carboniferous ecosystem as a large herbivore. Titanoboa is the largest snake ever discovered by paleontologists. It existed in the Paleocene epoch, shortly after the dinosaur extinction. This massive snake provides insights into Earth's climate and ecosystems. Titanoboa's size was truly immense, reaching up to 13 meters in length. Its discovery challenges previous understandings of ancient reptile sizes. The snake's existence highlights the biodiversity of the Paleocene period. Titanoboa was a massive snake, known for its powerful constriction abilities. Its primary hunting strategy involved constricting its prey with immense force. The pressure exerted was capable of crushing the bones of its victims. This method allowed it to subdue even large and heavily armored animals. Titanoboa's diet consisted mainly of giant crocodiles and turtles. These creatures were among the largest reptiles of their time. The Paleocene epoch's climate played a key role in the Titanoboa's existence. The hot climate allowed cold-blooded reptiles to grow larger. High humidity also helped support the Titanoboa's massive size. These conditions created an ideal environment for giant reptiles. The climate supported their metabolism and energy needs. Thus, the Titanoboa thrived in this specific Paleocene environment. Megalodon was a massive prehistoric shark. It existed millions of years ago. Megalodon was significantly larger than modern great white sharks. Megalodon reached lengths up to 18 meters. This immense size made it a dominant predator. Its size distinguishes it from contemporary sharks. Megalodon was a massive prehistoric shark, apex predator of its time. Its enormous teeth were a defining characteristic. Megalodon teeth could reach up to 18 centimeters in length. These teeth were essential for capturing and consuming large prey. Megalodon possessed an incredibly powerful bite force. Its bite force is estimated to have been around 20 tons, ensuring dominance. Megalodon's extinction is attributed to multiple factors. Climate change played a significant role in its disappearance. A decline in whale populations also contributed. Whales were Megalodon's primary food source. Reduced food availability impacted survival rates. These combined pressures led to its eventual extinction. Paraceratherium was the largest land mammal to ever exist on Earth. Its immense size is comparable to 4 African elephants stacked on top of each other. This giant roamed the Earth during the Oligocene epoch. Paraceratherium is related to modern-day rhinoceroses. However, it dwarfed even the largest rhino species. Its existence highlights the diversity of prehistoric mammals. Paraceratherium developed a long neck to access high tree foliage. This adaptation allowed it to reach food sources unavailable to others. The absence of horns is a notable characteristic of Paraceratherium. This lack of horns highlights its unique adaptation to its environment. These features reflect specific evolutionary pressures in its habitat. Paraceratherium's extinction was likely caused by significant climate change. The climate shift transformed its forest habitat into dry grasslands. This habitat change led to a reduction in its primary food sources. Ultimately, the reduced food supply contributed to its extinction. Sarcosuchus was a giant prehistoric crocodile that lived during the Cretaceous period. It was one of the largest crocodile-like reptiles ever to have lived on Earth. Sarcosuchus could reach lengths of up to 12 meters, 40 feet, dwarfing modern crocodiles. Its immense size made it a formidable predator in its ecosystem. Sarcosuchus was large enough to potentially prey on dinosaurs. This giant croc dominated rivers and swamps of the Cretaceous period. Sarcosuchus was a massive crocodile with powerful hunting adaptations. It possessed extremely strong jaws, capable of crushing bones. Its mouth was filled with over 100 teeth, designed for gripping prey. Sarcosuchus ambushed prey from the water, using its size to its advantage. Sarcosuchus had a distinctive bulge on its snout. This bulge likely served a sensory function. It may have amplified sounds in the environment. The bulge could have helped detect distant prey. This adaptation enhanced Sarcosuchus's hunting capabilities. Sensory enhancements were crucial for survival. Beelzebufo, also known as the devil frog, lived in Madagascar during the late Cretaceous period. It was an unusually large frog, significantly bigger than most modern species. Beelzebufo could reach a size of up to 40 centimeters, 16 inches, in length. This frog was characterized by its aggressive and predatory behavior. Its large size and powerful jaws allowed it to prey on a variety of animals. Beelzebufo's diet likely included small dinosaurs, insects, and other amphibians. Beelzebufo's diet included juvenile dinosaurs, showcasing its predatory role. It possessed a strong bite force, enabling it to crush bones effectively. This powerful bite made Beelzebufo a formidable predator in its ecosystem. Its diet and bite force reflect its dominance in its prehistoric environment. Meganeura was a giant dragonfly that lived during the Carboniferous period. It is notable for its exceptionally large size compared to modern dragonflies. Meganeura's wingspan could reach up to 70 centimeters, 28 inches. This massive size was supported by the high oxygen levels in the Carboniferous atmosphere. The Carboniferous period had significantly higher atmospheric oxygen than today. This allowed for the evolution of giant arthropods like Meganeura. Meganeura was a significant aerial predator in its ecosystem. It primarily hunted other large insects for sustenance. Meganeura also preyed upon small amphibians. Its diet reflected its dominance in the prehistoric skies. Meganeura's predatory habits helped regulate populations. It played a crucial role in the food web as a hunter. Meganeura was a giant dragonfly-like insect from the Carboniferous period. This segment compares Meganeura's size to modern dragonflies. It also draws size comparisons to modern birds to highlight its scale. The comparison emphasizes Meganeura's enormous size relative to today's fauna. It considers the impact such a large insect would have on modern observers. Megatherium was a giant ground sloth that lived in Pleistocene South America. It was notable for its immense size, comparable to that of a modern elephant. These sloths could reach lengths of up to 6 meters, almost 20 feet. Megatherium's weight could reach up to 4 tons, 8,000 pounds. Its large size made it one of the largest land mammals of its time. Megatherium was a giant ground sloth known for its unique adaptations. It possessed large, powerful claws adapted for specific tasks. These claws were primarily used to pull down trees. Fallen trees provided access to leaves and vegetation for consumption. Megatherium was herbivorous, relying on plants as its food source. Megatherium, or giant ground sloth, possessed natural defenses. Its immense size was a primary deterrent to predators. The sheer bulk of Megatherium made it a challenging target. Powerful claws added to its formidable defensive capabilities. These claws could inflict serious damage on attackers. Few predators dared to challenge a fully grown Megatherium. Pulmonoscorpius was a giant scorpion that lived in the Carboniferous period. It was a terrestrial creature, meaning it lived on land. Pulmonoscorpius was remarkably large, reaching up to 70 centimeters in length. This size is comparable to that of a modern domestic cat. Pulmonoscorpius was equipped with large pincers. These pincers enhanced its predatory capabilities. It also possessed an intimidating stinger. The stinger further amplified its threat to other creatures. These features made it a formidable predator in its environment. The Carboniferous period saw the prevalence of giant scorpions like Pulmonoscorpius. These giant scorpions were a notable part of the Carboniferous ecosystem. Fortunately, Pulmonoscorpius and other giant scorpions are now extinct. Their extinction means they no longer pose a threat to modern environments. This absence provides reassurance about the current state of scorpion populations. Glyptodon was a large, armored mammal that lived during the Pleistocene epoch in South America. It is related to modern armadillos, but was significantly larger in size. Glyptodon's size was comparable to that of a Volkswagen Beetle automobile. One of its most distinctive features was its massive, heavily armored shell. This shell provided protection from predators and environmental elements. Glyptodon's robust build and armor made it a unique and formidable creature. Glyptodon's primary defense was its thick, bony carapace. The carapace offered substantial protection from predators. This shell acted as a shield against attacks. Glyptodon also possessed a tail that served as a club. The tail could be swung for defense against threats. Glyptodons existed until approximately 10,000 years ago. This period coincides with the arrival of humans. The timing suggests a potential link between human activity and Glyptodon extinction. Human hunting is hypothesized as a contributing factor. This hunting pressure may have accelerated their decline, ultimately leading to the disappearance of Glyptodons. This segment concludes by highlighting the existence of giant animals in Earth's past. It emphasizes their connection to modern-day creatures through evolutionary lineages. Many familiar animals have ancestors that were significantly larger in size. Understanding this history enriches our appreciation of today's wildlife. The evolutionary journey of animals showcases adaptation and change over millennia. Recognizing these links deepens our understanding of biodiversity and natural history. Modern animals like dogs and cats are familiar in our daily lives. Scorpions, though smaller, also represent contemporary fauna. Silhouettes of extinct creatures reveal a stark size disparity. This juxtaposition highlights the scale of animals that once roamed the earth. Arthropleura was a giant invertebrate during the Carboniferous period. It moved through dense forests, resembling a massive millipede. Its body was segmented, providing flexibility and protection. The armored appearance deterred potential predators in its habitat. Animated reconstructions show its scale and unique locomotion. The Carboniferous period had significantly higher oxygen levels than today. This abundance of oxygen played a key role in the gigantism of arthropods. Arthropleura, a giant millipede, thrived due to these high oxygen levels. Increased oxygen facilitated larger body sizes in arthropods like Arthropleura. The Titanoboa was an enormous snake that lived approximately 60 million years ago. This massive snake existed during the Paleocene epoch. It was significantly larger than any modern-day snake species. A typical Titanoboa reached lengths of around 40 to 50 feet. To visualize its size, picture a Titanoboa alongside a school bus. The snake's length would be comparable to, or even exceed that of the bus. This simulation demonstrates the Titanoboa's immense constricting power. The Titanoboa was a giant snake known for its incredible size and strength. It primarily subdued its prey through constriction, cutting off circulation. The simulation shows it constricting a large crocodile, a likely prey item. The pressure exerted would have been enough to crush bones and suffocate the prey. This highlights the Titanoboa's dominance in its prehistoric ecosystem. The Megalodon was an extinct species of giant shark. Scientists have reconstructed Megalodon jaws based on fossil evidence. The reconstructed jaw size is significantly larger than that of a car. This illustrates the massive scale of the Megalodon's bite and overall size. It was one of the largest and most powerful predators ever to live. Megalodon's bite force is graphically compared to other predators. The comparison includes the great white shark. The graph illustrates the immense power of Megalodon's bite. This visualization highlights Megalodon's dominance as a predator. Paraceratherium was one of the largest land mammals ever to exist. It was significantly taller than modern giraffes. This immense height allowed it to reach high foliage. It could access food sources unavailable to other herbivores. Paraceratherium's habitat transitioned from lush forests to open grasslands. This shift significantly impacted its primary food sources. Forests provided abundant foliage, while grasslands offered tougher vegetation. Paraceratherium adapted by consuming coarser grasses and developing stronger teeth. Sarcosuchus was a massive crocodile ancestor known for its ambush predation tactics. It likely waited submerged near riverbanks, patiently stalking potential prey. When a dinosaur approached for a drink, Sarcosuchus would strike with immense force. Its powerful jaws and teeth ensured a swift and deadly capture of its prey. Sarcosuchus had a distinctive bulge on its snout, the function of which is of interest. One hypothesis suggests the bulge amplified sounds, aiding in prey detection. The bulge may have contained specialized sensory organs. These organs could detect subtle vibrations or pressure changes in the water. This would allow Sarcosuchus to locate prey even in murky conditions. The snout bulge may have served a dual purpose, enhancing both hearing and tactile senses. The Beelzebufo is poised on the ground, readying to strike. It targets a small, juvenile dinosaur as its prey. With powerful legs, the Beelzebufo leaps upwards. The frog launches its attack towards the dinosaur. The animation captures the speed and force of the Beelzebufo's ambush. Beelzebufo, an extinct frog, possessed an exceptionally powerful bite. Its bite force significantly surpassed that of most modern frogs. Graphical comparisons illustrate the magnitude of Beelzebufo's bite. The bite force is measured in newtons, N, a unit of force. Beelzebufo's bite allowed it to consume larger prey. This powerful bite was a key adaptation for its survival. Meganeura were giant dragonfly-like insects from the Carboniferous period. This simulation focuses on their flight and hunting abilities. Meganeura possessed an exceptionally large wingspan. Their size enabled them to be formidable aerial predators. The simulation recreates their aerial hunting strategies. Observe their flight dynamics and predatory techniques. The Carboniferous period had significantly higher atmospheric oxygen levels. This elevated oxygen concentration facilitated insect gigantism. Meganeura, a giant dragonfly, thrived due to this oxygen-rich environment. Higher oxygen levels allowed for larger body sizes in insects like Meganeura. Megatherium, a giant ground sloth, possessed powerful claws. These claws were not primarily for defense, but for foraging. Megatherium used its claws to hook onto trees. It then pulled the trees down to access leaves and branches. This feeding strategy allowed it to reach high vegetation. The claws provided leverage for efficient tree manipulation. Megatherium was a giant ground sloth that lived during the Pleistocene epoch. It was one of the largest land mammals, dwarfing modern sloths. Adult Megatherium could reach lengths of up to 20 feet. They weighed several tons, comparable to modern elephants. Their massive size helped them defend against predators. Pulmonoscorpius lived in the Carboniferous period, a time of giant arthropods. Reconstruction shows a humid, swampy environment with dense vegetation. Giant millipedes and other large invertebrates shared this habitat. The warm, oxygen-rich atmosphere supported the growth of these giants. Fossil evidence suggests Pulmonoscorpius was a formidable predator. This environment highlights the unique conditions of the Carboniferous era. Pulmonoscorpius was an extinct genus of scorpion that lived during the Carboniferous period. It was characterized by its large size and powerful pincers. These pincers were essential tools for capturing and subduing prey. The scorpion would lie in wait, using its sensory organs to detect nearby animals. Once prey was within range, Pulmonoscorpius would swiftly strike with its pincers. The strong grip of the pincers ensured that the prey could not escape. Glyptodon possessed a massive, dome-shaped carapace composed of bony plates called osteoderms. These osteoderms were fused together, creating a solid shield for protection. The thickness of the carapace varied, but it could be several inches thick in some areas. This armor provided defense against predators and environmental hazards. The rigid structure made it difficult for predators to inflict serious injury. Glyptodon used its tail as a club for defense. The tail could deliver powerful blows to predators. Simulation shows the tail's effectiveness. Glyptodon's tail was a formidable weapon. This defense mechanism aided survival. This timeline visualizes major extinction events that led to the disappearance of giant animals. The timeline begins with the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event 66 million years ago. This event caused the extinction of non-avian dinosaurs and many other large species. The Quaternary extinction event, starting around 50,000 years ago, saw the loss of megafauna. This included mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and giant ground sloths across continents. These events highlight the fragility of large animal populations in the face of environmental change. Comparative anatomy studies the similarities and differences in the anatomy of different species. It often involves comparing skeletal structures to understand evolutionary relationships. Extinct giants can be compared to their modern relatives through skeletal analysis. This reveals changes in size, form, and function over evolutionary time. Such comparisons provide insights into adaptation and environmental pressures. Giant animals often acted as keystone species in their ecosystems. Their size influenced vegetation structure through grazing and browsing. Large herbivores helped disperse seeds over wide areas. They also created habitats for smaller animals. Predators controlled prey populations, preventing overgrazing. Decomposers recycled nutrients from carcasses, enriching the soil. Climate change significantly alters habitats, impacting species survival. Rising temperatures and altered rainfall patterns disrupt ecosystems. Species unable to adapt or migrate face increased extinction risk. Past climate shifts correlate with multiple extinction events in history. Human hunting may have significantly contributed to the extinction of megafauna. Overhunting could have reduced megafauna populations beyond sustainable levels. This pressure, combined with climate change, may have accelerated their decline. The disappearance of megafauna altered ecosystems and food chains. Fossil discovery sites are locations where the preserved remains of ancient life are found. These sites provide crucial evidence about the history of life on Earth. They reveal details about extinct species, including giant animals. Fossils can be found in various geological formations around the world. Specific locations are known for yielding fossils of particularly large creatures. These finds help scientists reconstruct ancient ecosystems and understand evolution. Paleontologists reconstruct extinct animals from fossil evidence. Fossils provide clues about an animal's anatomy and lifestyle. Reconstruction involves assembling bones and inferring soft tissues. This process helps visualize and understand prehistoric life. An evolutionary tree visually represents the relationships between species. It illustrates how extinct giants are related to modern-day relatives. The tree shows common ancestry and divergence over time. Branching patterns indicate evolutionary connections and adaptations. This helps understand the lineage of these extinct giants. A chart displays the relative sizes of 10 different animals. The chart allows for a direct visual comparison of each animal's size. Animals are positioned side by side to highlight size differences. Familiar objects are included for scale and easier understanding. These objects provide a common reference point for viewers. The chart offers an intuitive grasp of animal size relationships. Visualize the dietary habits of various animals. Show what each animal consumes as part of its diet. Illustrate how each animal obtains its food sources. Combine these visuals for a comprehensive view of animal diets. Predator-prey relationships are a fundamental aspect of ecosystem dynamics. Predators are organisms that hunt and consume other organisms, prey, for sustenance. These interactions influence population sizes and distributions. They also drive evolutionary adaptations in both predators and their prey. Examples include lions hunting zebras and foxes preying on rabbits. A geological timeline represents Earth's history, organized chronologically. It charts major geological events, like mass extinctions and continental shifts. Animals can be placed on this timeline to show when they existed. This placement reveals their relationships to each other across time. It also shows how animal life correlates with geological events. Understanding this helps visualize the evolution and history of life on Earth. Environmental reconstruction aims to recreate the habitats of extinct animals. This includes visualizing the climate conditions they endure. It also involves depicting the vegetation that characterized their environment. Reconstruction shows other animal species that coexisted with them. This provides a comprehensive view of their ecological niche. These reconstructions aid in understanding their behavior and evolution. Several theories attempt to explain animal extinctions. Climate change is a prominent extinction theory. Habitat loss is another major driver of extinction. Overhunting and disease also contribute to extinctions. Modern relatives of ancient animals showcase evolutionary adaptations over time. Evolution involves gradual changes in physical and behavioral traits. These changes are driven by natural selection and environmental pressures. Comparing modern and ancient relatives reveals key evolutionary pathways. Adaptations enhance survival and reproductive success in changing environments. Studying these relationships provides insights into biodiversity and adaptation. Conservation is crucial for maintaining ecological balance. It ensures the survival of diverse species and habitats. Protecting endangered species prevents biodiversity loss. Conservation efforts benefit both nature and humanity. A paleontological dig simulation recreates the process of excavating and studying fossils. The simulation replicates a real fossil dig site, showing the tools and techniques used. Participants learn how to carefully remove sediment to expose fossilized remains. The simulation also covers documentation, mapping, and analysis of discovered fossils. This provides an educational experience about paleontological research and fossil study. The exhibit showcases the scale of giant animals. Explore the anatomy and size comparisons. Learn about the habitats of these creatures. Discover the evolutionary history of giants. Examine the impact of giants on ecosystems. Create animated habitats for various animals. Each habitat should accurately represent the animal's natural environment. Animate the animals interacting with their surroundings. Showcase realistic behaviors and interactions within the habitat. 3D models of animals can be rotated to provide a comprehensive view. Rotation allows viewers to observe the animal from all possible angles. This enhances understanding of the animal's physical characteristics. Viewers gain a complete spatial awareness of the 3D animal model. Scale models allow for direct size comparison of different animals. Models are built to a consistent scale, ensuring accurate proportions. Comparing models reveals relative sizes, from smallest to largest. A human figure provides a familiar size reference point. This highlights the scale differences between animals and humans. Scale models aid in visualizing and understanding animal sizes. Earth has hosted an incredible diversity of life forms throughout its history. This biodiversity is a result of billions of years of evolution and adaptation. Modern landscapes reflect only a fraction of the life that has existed. Understanding this diversity is crucial for conservation efforts. Protecting current ecosystems ensures future generations can appreciate Earth's richness.